What a night we expect it to be. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Leonard, 175 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Terrence Bud Crawford, 5'7" tall, tipping the scale at 140 pounds, bang on, with a reach of 47 inches.
This is it. This is that fight.
Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the greatest all-time, won world titles in 5 weight classes, and he fights out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Terrence Bud Crawford.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, presenting one of the all-time greats, the Hall of Fame legend of boxing, a 5-division champion of the world, Sugar Ray.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat. The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Swing and a miss for that jab. Trying to land that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally they're about to go at it in the ring.
Just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Nice counter shot. One punch could change everything in this battle. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt. And there's the bell for round 2. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Counter punch. The right hook misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. He just misses with that jab. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy. There's the bell to start round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jabs, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Beautiful counter shot. Insane action. Good counter punch. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Crawford is dazed. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
That counter shot lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent.
There's the bell for round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He got out of the way of that right hook. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And he scores with the counter. They block the left there. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Try to relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it's like two different...
back into the fray here in round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. They can fight. Your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
How about that time counter shot? Do not throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Crawford in trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
He misses with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good?
Here we go in the 6th round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe. And the second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. These 2 fighters are made for one another. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. Here comes round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back. Punch,
counter punch. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Catch and shoot. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. They miss with the jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Just misses with that uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. And there's the bell for round 8. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
That jab misses. Sugar Ray is down! I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four. Are you okay?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice slip to avoid the jab. A perfect counter lands. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle him now. He's got to bluff him.
He threw a punch and just got countered. The straight right just misses. Perfect counter shot. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
jab misses. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with the straight left. Nice counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're okay.
Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. And here comes the 10th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up.
I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe, or do they play defense here?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Both want a highlight reel knockout. And Sugar is in trouble. How did they not go down?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no...
Well, hold on a second, Johnny. And Sugar is in trouble. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you...
and binoculars, 2 nights live, singing by the opera house, but not in it. Just by it, someone alongside it, a long silence. A strong, vibrant, meditative song of guidance designed to raise eyelids sublime and save the assignments with warm regards and age kindness for today's climate. In the vein of gang violence meets the gang's demises, and it bangs, rises like wings on a plane, plus a pilot who can fly into the eye. Hurricane Iris stylish, same shoe in different sizes with evidences of the mileage and the growth. Top hats and coats, tuxedos and throats where the bow ties post. Folks look past the lower class blower of the notes and tell unspoke jokes as they approach what she'll never be inside. But she holds, yeah, really need, very beautifully, very rated. Little battle rise for you, little battle rise, really need, very beautifully, alliterated. Little battle rise for you, so come on through. The unamplified, fantasized land of the soon-to-be fans of the samurai. Smile wide, got the panorama camera vibe. If you analyze, she's a one-woman gala, glamorized, just without the glamour or the gala ties. Man, I'm more alive with the jazz guys, eating piano pies at the Vanguard. She's an artist and starved. A couple dollars in the band job as a half a turkey Sam, organic and it's hand carved and ours. If you ask for a piece, freshly laugh for singing jazz in the streets, and the staff asked for police. Crashed at a friend's flat for a week. Felt his home as a raft on the beach. Lit a fag, took a drag, took a tea. Read a book, took a bath, went to sleep. Really did, you know what I'm saying? Very beautifully, very beautifully. Low battle rap for you. Really need.
Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Manny Pacquiao. He's 5'5.5" tall and has a reach of 67 inches. Vasily the Matrix Lomachenko, weighing in at 57 kilos, right on the number for the featherweight division. It's the Pac-Man, making his way to the ring, a man that doesn't even need an introduction, an absolute legend. What hasn't Pac-Man done? One of the most recognizable boxers in the history of the sport. Vasily.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from General Santos City in the Philippines, truly one of the all-time greats, boxing's first and only 8-division champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the 2-time Olympic gold.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues.
All right.
You can't get a better place to fight.
What a great venue, and what a... We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Lands the jab. He wasn't ready for that counterpunch. They're giving us a high-tempo show. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Misses with that uppercut. No rest for the weary. Fighter will say no mas. shot. This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
You are fighting a swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Feel good? Don't be looking at the one's first minute. Stick him in the end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace.
He's not getting back up. You're doing good, kid. You're doing good.
In his tracks. Now either go back out there and you will win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, and get that jab back. With boxing, be smart, get your shots up.
Work. Don't forget the jab, don't get carried away. Think about the defense.
Only one round that you lost, don't worry about it. You're switching off.
On the end of your jab. You're getting your time in already. That right hand's beautiful.
Just get your mind back on the job, and then get back out there and win the round.
Carry it up. Great work.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
Win the round on your jab.
Good work out that kid. That jab's looking nice. Those 1-2 straight.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Just misses with that uppercut. Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Both men step back for just a moment. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Missing with the hook. That jab doesn't score. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
counter punches have to hurt. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Nice job slipping that left uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned? There's the bell to start round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? They block the hook. There's a counter shot. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go. You know that.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
These two were made for each other. You'd like to see more jabs. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Miss with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
And then we'll go again. You've done all that work all the way through. Don't change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear. Out there, switch on and get your boxing back together. Get your mind back on the job. It was a god-awful round, I tell you. Now, come on. You're way better than that guy. Good work. Don't forget the jab. Don't get carried away. Think about the biggest hit. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together and get back out there.
Keep him on the end of your jab. You're getting your time in already. That right hand, beautiful.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Lomachenko in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense defense. Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice counter shot. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a twist. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
The courage on display here is incredible. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punch. He misses with that straight left. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Swing and a miss with the hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. And there's the bell for round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well done with that counter shot. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have the quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Good counter punching. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Swing and a miss with that hook. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? His stamina is off the charts. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
This is the beginning of round 6. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. And down goes Pacquiao. Let's see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
They're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
He's got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a round.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or...
And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
They blocked the left there. Misses with the straight left. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round.
Go out there and get your boxing back.
Here comes round 7. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not out twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
A lot of effort being exerted here. So close to that uppercut. Through the straight left, but it won't score. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when they're in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Right uppercut can't find a home. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. Just misses with the right uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Pacquiao in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Get out there, switch on, and get your... Great work, I love it. I love it, that jab slick. That was a god-awful round, that was. Come on. You let him back in, ain't too much, keep doing what you're doing. The gas will...
There's the bell to start round 8. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Incredible work rate. Is he going to punch himself out, though? I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. And he scores with the counter. Just misses with that uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fighter expending it. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
A shot from the gods took him out. One, two, three, four, five, six. Give me your ball.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Todd, he's off. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. They get 1 minute between rounds. This fighter wished it was 10 minutes after being dropped twice in the last round.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
I like that round. Good.
And we enter the ninth. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Nice counter shot. Seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you get thinking, you've just got to be smarter than this. You've got to be like a little Fagan and pickpocket them.
Just misses with that left uppercut. Punch himself out, though. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Punch, counter punch. That jab misses. Pacquiao might be in some big trouble here. Is he going to go down? I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Perfect counter shot. Did you see that? Pacquiao there got clipped clean. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Oh, Pacquiao goes to the canvas. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
I need to see that again.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.